Hi, welcome to Selfseeds Through the Eyes of the Horse. And Maree and I are continuing on our rides on Tequila and Red. So right now I am following Maree on Tequila. I'm riding Red through a little bit of an aspect of a narrow trail and sagebrush. Aren't the colors amazing? I mean, I'm just so struck by the beauty of this silver gray color. It's so unique, and in contrast to the green grass. That's the one thing that I really love about riding and training horses all over the world and in different seasons is experiencing the independent beauty wherever I am, and then with the special opportunity through the eyes of the horse. It's an amazing, amazing life opportunity. So here we are, and walking on a narrow trail is a big deal for a horse. If they walk within a relatively organized way in their body, it's no big deal to walk on a narrow trail, as the body has a flexibility to follow the little curves and so on. But if the horse isn't organized with their feet and the weight distribution and balance underneath, it's really tough to walk on narrow trails. And as many of you long distance riders have experienced, you've ridden on narrow trails that have cliffs on one side. So it becomes imperative how the horse steps and balances him or herself each step of the way. So this is a great training opportunity. Oh, stopping for a little snack. And on we go. And again, would I want to ride Red perfectly round all the time? Now this is a lengthened roundness. If I was riding a dressage test, it would have to be a little more decisive roundness. But in this case, I'm just encouraging him to organize his body as a loop through the left and the right side so that he lifts and pushes rather than hollows and pulls. And it's great to be able to see Maree riding Tequila in front and the steadiness of our rhythm and where we're going and the decision making the horses can make when they're calm and they have, I'm going to say, an inner stillness, so they can multitask of going with what's underneath them, listening to the aids of the riders, and in this case, being aware of the other horse. And it's a great, great skill when a horse can follow and or lead. So as you notice in our sequencing of this particular training ride, we've taken turns who's leading and who's following. And today, it's just been a seamless journey with the horses. They live together in a small pasture, and so they're very familiar with one another. But it doesn't mean that you take it for granted that they're comfortable following or leading. So these are all skills and things that need to be worked on to enhance how a horse goes on the trail. If it's in a case where with an arena, then it's being passed and passing other horses and traffic and still concentrating on the job at hand. So in a lot of ways, horses have a lot of developed skill set they need to be not only safe for the rider, but safe for themselves. So now we're taking in something. Tequila is seeing something, and Maree's giving Tequila a chance to observe and digest whatever that is. It may be that there's deer or elk or something in that grove of trees off in the distance, and Red's taking an opportunity to have a snack. Now, I don't mind horses grazing as I ride, especially if they don't live in grass, because as long as they're not rude about wrenching their neck down or snatching at the grass, then I don't mind that they eat or when I stop. You know, with horses going on a long distance, it's important to keep their energy and their stomachs and their digestive system working. So it's a really healthy aspect. Now, I went ahead, Red was totally confident, so I'm taking over the lead now. And we're headed towards whatever it is that Tequila had a question mark about. Red's not seeming to have a question mark about that. And these are, again, nice things when you go out and you ride with somebody. Now, a lot of times, Maree and I are training alone, so this has been really fun to work on the two horses and to utilize their strengths and weaknesses in helping each other even. So now we're headed back up the hill. And you can see inside of Red, now he's working in a different way to push himself up the hill. But again, it isn't inverted and with a hollow back. So this is really coming along nicely. And he's going to develop more core muscles that are going to help him in the future. So in this case, again, we're just picking and choosing. There really is no trail. We're just finding ways to move through the sagebrush and making spontaneous decisions. And again, this is a great exercise for whether it's a show horse or a trail horse or a young horse developing. It's a very great way to develop the mind and the body and the willingness to connect with the rider as we empower the horse to make good decisions. And we also continue to observe and be centered and reactive in a positive, supportive way as a rider to encourage the proper weight distribution, balance, stride length, rhythm, connectedness, ability to listen and process the information and the changes. And again, this is what it is all about in riding in a very harmonious and connected way with our riding partners. Either riding partner the horse, or obviously the riding partner in this case is with Maree and Tequila. And so with this riding harmony turns and becomes a lot of joy, and the horse has a lot less stress and concern, and so everything works in a much more positive way.